Hey YouTube, welcome to Brit Inspires. I am Brittany, aka Brit Inspires, and this channel is all about inspiring and uplifting you. I come up with content that is about manifestation, just really on really positive information about moving forward in your life, your career, whatever it is that you're working on. And so if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited that you're here. So let's just dive into the topic. But before we dive into the topic, I would like to ask you to stop, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when we have new videos that come out, and so that you can catch some of the good content that we're sharing. So today's topic today is on awareness. It's really super important to be mindful of your awareness, where your focus and energy is going. So where awareness goes, energy flows. That's the quote that we're going to today. Where awareness goes, energy flows. So I have studied this topic for years, and it's something that I really try to practice in my own life, because I know how important it is, and I know how when I focus in on something, whenever I put my energy into something, if it creates it just flows into it, and it's like this momentum goes, whether it's a negative or a positive. So I want to speak to it in terms of like when you're dealing with your thoughts and your mind. So the mind is this powerful powerhouse, right? It's a facility of creation. Your imagination, everything that comes out of the mind, right? We can imagine good, we can imagine bad. We can imagine all kinds of different things in our minds. Whatever we focus our attention on is what we begin to create in our lives. So this whole idea of where awareness goes, energy flows is really telling you how you focus your energy and your concentration and your willpower. Those things are going to be what creates your reality, what creates your world, what creates your outcome. So I even wrote a book on this, a Kindle book. It's called, What Creates Your Outcome, or How to Create Your Outcome. And the way that you do that is put your focus and your intention and your concentration on the thing that you want to create. And then take your focus off of the things that you don't want to create. So we'll kind of dive a little bit deeper into that, but let's just first talk about concentration. Now, concentration is something that I have always sort of had a battle with. I struggle with keeping my concentration a lot of the times when I was a kid and when I was growing up and learning, but when there was something that was truly interesting to me, something that I got like intrigued by, I became very concentrated, very focused, very obsessive of learning this topic or mastering it. So I like self-development. I love to dive in and I can concentrate on the things that I like. But I had to develop concentration. I had to develop focus on a task. So one thing that you can do, one practice, is just practicing being aware, being more self-aware, being more aware of what you're focusing your attention on, and then being very intentional on what you're concentrating on. And practice concentration. Practice it in your everyday life. Instead of multitasking on multiple tasks, focus on one task at a time. And as you focus on that one task, go through and finish that task and thoroughly get it done. And that's a great way to start focusing and creating more intentionally. I was listening to this talk earlier today, and it was really helpful because it was talking about how to develop that persistent and completely, concentrated action towards something that you want to complete. These are 3 tips that they gave in the video. I'm going to read them off because, I don't know them by heart yet, but finish what you begin. So if you start a task, you start a project, finish it all the way through. 2 is finish it well. So do it very well beyond your own expectations. So really take the time to perfect it and do above and beyond what you even intended or thought you could produce. And then do a little bit more than you think you can do. So take it a step further. So he used this example of making your bed every morning. And so these are little things that, you know, sometimes I don't make my bed every morning, but if you start to practice making your bed every morning and then you do it to perfection, and maybe you add in and you really, you know, create that hotel feel in your room and have this perfect bed set when you wake up in the morning. That's a great practice to put in to be more intentional about the things that you're doing and the things that you're creating. Another thing is energy. So where your awareness goes, your energy flows. If you have no energy, or if you feel like depleted of your energy, that's another thing that you have to look at. So in order to really harness your energy, and he really gave this really good point in the talk that I listened to, and the point was to use your energy as if it was your money. So you're not going to just throw your money out to any and everybody. Like if someone comes to you and they're like, I need $2,000, you're not just going to give them $2,000. They have to have a good enough reason why they're asking for money, or is it something that, you know, you're starting a business, what's going on? You're not just going to give willy-nilly the money that you have in your bank. And if you do, that's a problem. You're going to not have any money left. So you treat your energy just like you treat your money. You protect your energy, you protect your flow of energy, and you harness it for the things that matter the most to you in this life, so that you are not depleted of your energy when the important stuff, the important tasks are at hand. And he brought up this other term, and I've heard this term before. It's called energy vampires. So there's people in your life around you that are potentially or have been energy vampires. So how do you know when someone's an energy vampire? Well, if you feel like after you spend time with this person, if you feel depleted, that's a clear sign that that person might be an energy vampire. And I want to say this, not everyone is aware of being an energy vampire. There's people who are completely not intentionally trying to suck energy. They're just having a challenging time and they need support. And then, you know, you support them and you're there for them. You put a percentage of that energy aside for those type of situations. But when there's someone who is just consistently an energy vampire, you have to really take and pay attention to, like, okay, they're consistently depleting energy and really not finding a solution to the issues that they're bringing up. So how do you decipher between someone who's intentionally an energy vampire and someone who is actually just going through a hard time? Well, you give that person a task. He brought bringing a task to them. Okay, so you're having a tough time. Here's how you solve the problem. Here are some ways that you can go about fixing it. And if they go about fixing it and they're actually taking the steps to change the situation, then that means that they're genuinely just trying to grow. But anyone who's stuck in the same loop and not willing to make the adjustments, you really have to be mindful of how you invest or give energy to that person. Another trick that he taught me, and I learned this also in a book that I read, and it was talking about when you greet someone, you don't say, how are you doing? Because when you ask, how are you doing, a lot of the times people will unpack and you know, kind of throw up all what's going on with them. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you just really have to be mindful too of your energy and know that, like, you know, you can easily get your energy depleted. Now, here's some other ways that energy can get depleted. One, in a conversation, when you're talking with someone, watch out for, you know, random useless chatter, where it's just going on and on and on and on and on. There's no really any upliftment in the conversation. It's really just chatter. Pay attention to complaining. Pay attention to someone who is constantly just boasting, or just those different things can trigger and bring down your energy and kind of drain you of the energy that you need to show up every day. So just being mindful of those things, and just honestly understanding that everybody is just kind of navigating through life. It doesn't mean like, oh, that person's negative, you're an energy vampire. No, it's just a matter of like, okay, how do I feel and where is my energy going? And you allocate a percentage of energy, like 10% of energy to the people that need support, or however you want to go about it. But you have to harness and protect your own energy and make sure that you have enough energy for the tasks that are most important, for the people, for your friends and family, your loved ones who are very important to you that you need to invest time and energy into. So there's that. And he also brought up some really good points about the power of concentration, the power of observation. So this is something that I have been practicing a lot. And the term affectionately detaching. So detaching yourself from different situations. I am a very sensitive person. So if someone's having a challenging time, it's very difficult for me to look at their challenging time and be completely detached from it, because I feel their emotions, I sympathize with them, I almost step into their problem as if it were my own. And then I'm feeling what they're feeling. I can cry with them. I'm very emotional. So what I've learned to do is be affectionately detached. Affectionately detached, meaning I am not going to allow my emotions to be tied up in this situation. I can detach myself. I can break away from this whole thing, but still be loving and kind and there for you in any way that you need me to be. But I'm detached emotionally. I'm able to look at it from the outsider point of view instead of being all the way invested into it as if it was my own problem. So these are some tools and some ways that you can be able to manage and control your energy and be able to be more intentional on how your energy flows. And that's something that has been brought to my attention. It's something I practice in my own life, and I'm practicing even more and becoming better at. And just realizing that your energy is your money. It's important. It's so important to harness and protect and to be mindful and aware of how you're spending your energy every day. The last one that I'm going to talk about is willpower. Now, willpower is something that I'm constantly working on. To develop willpower, you have to do something consistently, and you have to be very, very vigilant about being consistent in the things that you're doing. So showing up for the task and then finishing it all the way through, and then showing consistency in it. So those are some tips and some tools. I hope that this video has been useful to you and that you were able to learn something new. If you have some ideas or tips or anything on energy, willpower, being able to overcome some of these things, please comment below and share with the group. Also, please like, share this video if you find it interesting and if you think someone could be have use out of it. Again, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you for your time, your energy, and many, 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 many blessings to you. And may your day be rich and amazing. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.